I'm good. It
Yeah.
has been a good week for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hoping for the best during the weekend.
Yeah, I'm sure you are still angry with the weekend's results, but we are going to preview the upcoming game against Tottenham because it's also a huge game, and we're also waiting for Ian to join us. He's running a bit late. Remember to always post your comments in the comment section below, and we shall get to highlight them. If you have any questions, also post them in the comment section below, and we shall get right into them. So, Steve.
Yes.
The week has been tough. A lot of speculation regarding Ole and his job. Barcelona pulled the plug on Koeman. Yesterday, we had a brief discussion with one of the Barcelona fans and our new contributor in Felix Sochi, and he gave his views on that. I'm sure you got to listen to a bit of what he had to say. What do you think is the comparison of Koeman and Ole in regards to their career paths at both clubs, and uh, what next?
Uh, what I can say about Barcelona is that they're not shying off for like they demand more from the coach than I guess our board. I think
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
assume so. They demand a little bit more. That's
Mhm.
why they had to pull the plug early enough
Yep.
before the season could actually go on and something. Barcelona, we know Barcelona, if it's not leading league, it's either number two. And also it's
Mm.
usually we are accustomed to knowing Barcelona as champions. So I think Kuman, I don't know. I think it was a bit unfair for him also because
Mm.
it was like a transition squad. He didn't
Yep.
have the fans also. Although they
Mm.
did some recruitment, but losing Messi was a big blow, I guess, to the team.
True.
Actually, to the balance, because
Yeah.
he was like the core of the team. So yeah, but he had to
Mm.
go. Barcelona is Barcelona. They always want to win things. So yeah, they gave him
Mhm.
a chance. A few games they didn't see. I guess through the board's eyes, they didn't see like it was going to change. Or so they had to pull the plug early enough during the season just to
Mhm.
spend. I don't know, but I guess it was for me. I thought it was a good show
Mm.
of direction.
Yeah.
Was yeah, from the board of Barcelona. I wish
Mhm.
our board was a little bit more ruthless with
Mhm.
because I don't think right now we should be where we are
Yeah. True.
with
And
regards to our yes.
do you think that probably the United's board is buying time, looking for the right replacement?
Uh, I don't think so because
Mhm.
I'm very sure if we're going for a coach, I don't think we'll be going for a coach that is already engaged with another team. I
Mhm.
doubt if we'll do that because that's a bit it's a bit difficult to do because if
Yeah.
you a coach needs also his team or his technical bench, so going for a coach who already has a team will be a bit tough, especially for
Yep.
Manchester, because we are not just going for any coach. We are going for
Mm.
if we ever going for a coach, I'm sure we'll be going for a coach with credentials, let's just say that.
Yep.
So
Mm.
I don't think we really I don't think that's an issue that they are buying time.
Mm.
I think they're just giving Ole time. That's what I think. They're giving him a chance,
Mhm. Mm.
hoping that something good will come, but I doubt. But yeah,
Mhm.
let's see what the weekend holds.
Yeah. And remember, Tottenham lost also in the London Derby, losing to West Ham. I think 1-0. Yeah, 1-0. And they also want to show their home fans that they want to win this game. They know United are hurt, and they will come wakiwa wamejiprepare vizuri sana, because they wouldn't also want to lose to a wounded United at home. So let's go straight into the weekend fixtures. Do you have them?
The weekend fixtures,
The
yes.
the EPL fixtures, yeah.
EPL, oh, EPL fixtures. Okay,
Mm.
let's bring them through. Okay, for game week 10,
Mhm.
The games, I think, early kickoff. We'll have Leicester against Arsenal.
Mhm.
Saturday, that is tomorrow.
Mhm.
Then my my internet is a bit. Hmm, hmm. Sorry, guys, my internet. Maybe you can continue as I as I as I reconnect my Wi-Fi. Sorry.
Ah, umeanza mashida za watu wa Arsenal.
No, sio hivyo ni vile so
Okay,
mashida.
let me then
It's
load them.
just a technical issue kidogo.
Mm. Let me
Uh,
let me let me load them for you here. On Saturday, that is tomorrow, 30th, we'll be having Leicester and Arsenal. That is a very good match and an early kickoff match. Arsenal are away to Leicester City. But both teams are enjoying good form, by the way. So it will be a very good match to watch. You have Burnley versus Brentford, Liverpool, who are hosting Brighton. That's also a very good match to watch. We shall go into the specifics. City versus Crystal Palace, and then Newcastle hosting Chelsea. Watford playing home to Southampton, and then the big one, Tottenham versus Manchester United. I heard somewhere, or I saw somewhere, that it's called the El Sakiko, as both teams are sucking at the moment.
the big
And
boy,
then
I think
on
even yes. Continue,
yeah,
continue, continue.
okay. On the 31st, that is on Halloween, we have Norwich versus Leeds. That is the relegation derby, the relegation fight. And then we have Aston Villa and West Ham. Also a very, very good match to watch. And then on Monday, we have one match, that is Wolves versus Everton. Also a very interesting match to watch. Yes, back to you, Steve.
As I said, I was just pointing out our game against Tottenham. I think both coaches are okay. I don't know if they can sack Nuno at this early stage, but
Mhm.
he's under a lot of pressure
Yeah.
because I think the squad also is not as good as as before.
Mm.
So I think the pressure is more for Nuno and like for Ole. It's
Yeah.
more the fans. I think Tottenham
Yes.
fans are demanding for more than what they are
Mm.
saying. I think Harry Kane, how many goals has Harry Kane scored this season? I don't even know. He's not
Very few
he's not
goals.
been so prolific, let's say,
Yeah.
uh, this season. So yeah, I think both coaches are under pressure, a bit of pressure. I'll say more pressure for Lakers of where we are.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think it will be a good game. It will be a
Yeah.
competitive.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, but I hope for the best.
Yeah, let's start with Leicester versus Arsenal. Leicester currently are have 14 points, similar to Arsenal. Leicester is on ninth position. Arsenal is at 10th position. Leicester has won the last two matches. Arsenal won the last match, drawn the last three. So in the last five matches, Leicester has one loss, two draws, two wins. Arsenal has three wins and two draws. And this is more or less like a do or die for both teams, because we all know that whoever wins topples the other or goes above the other team in the league table. Um, and then we have also, remember, we have Manchester United and Everton still on 14 points. They will only think separating the teams are goal difference. So Arsenal away at Leicester.
That's a tricky game
Mhm.
because Arsenal are on the up, Leicester are also on the up.
Mhm.
Mm, it's a hard game to call. I'd say I'd want Leicester to win just for the peace of mind, but Arsenal this time I think there's something happening at the
Mm,
oh I think they are away. So
mm,
there's something
mm.
happening. I don't know what's the team is starting to click, I'd say, especially the
Yeah.
defense. I've seen they
Yeah.
have a very of recent. I think 20 games. I think them and Liverpool are the ones
Mhm.
who have. I think the least conceded. I saw some stats somewhere
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
they were tying with Liverpool. I think
Mm.
yeah. So I think Arsenal actually might just win.
Mm-hmm.
So my
Mm-hmm.
prediction, I think Arsenal 2-1. Yeah, Arsenal 2-1.
Arsenal win. So let's look at the matches. Let me give you the quick stats for the matches. So the last how many matches? Four matches. Arsenal has won two, drawn one. Those are the last three matches. Let me see all of them. Yeah, so in the Premier League, Arsenal has won the last match, but it could draw. The last match Arsenal won. Leicester won the previous match. They went on a draw. Leicester win. Leicester win. So Leicester usually win at home. Because the last time Arsenal won at Leicester, actually, Arsenal won at Leicester was back in 2017. No, 20. Yeah, no, actually, sorry guys. I'm just looking at the stats here. I think the last time Arsenal won at Leicester was in 2015.
2015.
Yes, in the Premier
Oh,
League.
that's a long time.
Yeah.
Now you
No,
want
last
to
season. Sorry, last season. Last season they won. Last season they won at Leicester 3-1. But previous to that, it was 2015. Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
So sorry, guys. So last season they beat Leicester 3-1 away.
Mm,
Leicester won at home. So this time Leicester is at home, and they usually have a very good record against Arsenal at the King Power Stadium. So I also agree with you. I think it is a close call. Both teams seem to have found that cutting edge. They seem to have found a way to grind out results. We know Leicester are used to grinding out results, and one of the weaknesses under Brendan Rodgers is that Leicester have been shipping out goals late on in the match. But this time around, we are seeing as if they are able to shelve attacks. They are able to defend quite well. Um, I think both teams will score. I believe both teams will score, and I believe that Arsenal will win, despite me not wanting them to win. But the ideal situation, the ideal scenario would be a draw, so that they are both on 15 points, and Manchester United get a win. But just like Ruto promised us 9 stadiums in a year, I don't see that happening.
and actually now we have zero. Actually, we have at the moment. I saw something that we have zero grounds where FIFA approved grounds in Kenya. So I
Exactly
think
true.
FIFA just banned two, the Nyayo and the Kasarani today. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
hosted
yeah.
FIFA approved games. So
Mm.
that's a big shame for the country. I think, but
Yeah,
that
it is
that's
a
just
huge shame.
a big
It,
shame.
it, it's yeah. If we can jump into that a bit, it's a huge shame, because what happens for our next matches?
I think maybe we'll have to play on neutral ground. Maybe to go to
Neutral
Uganda.
ground.
Kenya,
Mm,
I don't know.
mm.
Yeah, that's Kenya for us. I don't know what's going on. I think Nyayo was in was being reconstructed. I think for the last 10 years or 5 years. Yeah,
Mm,
Nyayo has
mm.
been closed for the longest time. They just opened it, I think, 2 or 1 year ago, and yet it's
Yeah.
still not up to FIFA standards. So it's a bit strange what they
Mm,
were doing for 5, 6 years. If
yeah.
they're still not up to standard with the FIFA standards, I don't know. Kenya, I think
Mm,
Kenyan football has a big issue off and on
yeah.
the pitch. So
Mm,
yeah,
mm.
will I don't know. I have nothing more to add about Kenyan football. It's
Yeah.
it's
There's
an
a lot.
interesting subject,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. If you follow Kenyan football, also Nick Mwendwa, the FKF president. For those who don't know FKF, FKF is our Kenyan FA. So he's also coming under a lot of scrutiny, pressure, and criticism for the way he's been running the sport in the country. Let's look at Liverpool versus Brighton. Um, Liverpool on the high. They've scored 10 goals in the last two matches. Will Brighton survive
No
scorching
chance.
Liverpool?
No
Hmm?
chance. I'm sorry, Brighton, but there's no chance you're getting even 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool are just another animal at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
especially if Salah is still leading the line.
Mm-hmm.
That's more FPL points for us. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Kindly go and if I think it's still early. If you haven't put Salah as your captain, kindly go and do it. They are at
Yeah.
home with Brighton, so that's like guaranteed goals for Salah.
Mm.
Yeah, but I don't think Brighton has a chance. Let me just be honest. I
Yeah.
thought they had a chance against Chelsea. Were they playing with Chelsea last weekend?
No, no, no. I think Chelsea are
They
playing
were
with
playing with I
Norwich.
think Brighton.
Norwich. No, Chelsea were played against Norwich last weekend.
Brighton.
Because I
Right. It
remember,
was Man City. It was Man City, I
yeah,
think.
yeah, it was Man City.
Man City. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I thought Brighton would
yeah, it
play
was
better.
Man City. Mm.
They got thumped, so I think they'll get another thumping this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I predict another five for Liverpool, maybe one or two for Brighton.
Mm. Mm. Because Brighton, they play good football. I was talking to one of last weekend. You remember I had gone to that Plan B tournament, and I was speaking with one of the coaches there, who's a City fan, and he was saying that if you haven't watched that game, or if you want to see possession based football, watch City versus Brighton, because both coaches play possession based football. Now we are going to see possession versus pressing, which is will be very, very interesting, because Klopp usually presses high, and Brighton don't know how to loop the ball forward and play route one sort of football. So it will be a very, very interesting game to watch. Um, I think Liverpool will win. In terms of goals, I don't think this time they'll get five. Probably three or four. I don't think they'll get five or more.
I think they'll get even more than five, honestly. If I'm not supposed to be asked, I think they'll get more than five because
Mhm.
I don't know. I just think Liverpool, the way they're playing football, it's like one chance, one goal.
Yeah, true.
They made our, I think, 200,000 valuation defense look like, I don't know. I can't even explain because
Kuna mtu aliniambia defense ya Manu ni kama ile nganya unaonanga stage imepakiwa, ni safi, imepigwa rangi na ngoma, lakini ikifika ni time ya kusafiri inaanza kusukumwa. Inaanza kusukumwa ndio iwake. Yeah, so Liverpool, they're on a high, and the good thing is with Liverpool now is everyone in the squad, everyone in the Liverpool squad wants to have a chance in the first team. So when they are given a chance, they want to absolutely perform. Like nimeona Naby Keita amerudi kwa training, so that tells you something.
I thought he would be injured for longer because he was
Yeah,
the way he
yeah.
was stretched out of the pitch. I thought it would be a bit serious.
Mm,
So,
mm,
but it's
yeah, but
good.
then,
We
mm,
don't want a player to be injured. So yeah,
yeah,
it's good
yeah,
that he's
yeah,
recovered.
mm,
His form dips
yeah,
because
yeah,
he's really in form. So just I hope his form dips.
yeah, true,
Yeah, he's coming to his own actually. I like
yeah,
players like Keita. Honestly, I like players like Keita because
mm,
like there are certain qualities in players like Keita that are very admirable. Like
yeah,
let's say Keita reminds me of more of a Ndindi or a Kante.
mm,
Like they're very quiet. They don't. They're in the game. They actually
mm.
try the game all of themselves. So I think I like such players. Manchester, I don't know if you have such a player who's just in there for the. I thought McTominay would be one of those.
Mm.
because he seems McTominay actually for me he looks like a really disciplined professional. If I would
Yeah.
be asked, but maybe the talent is what maybe lets him down a bit. But yeah, I think if we had a Keita or a Ndindi or a Kante in our team, we'd be in a better position. That's what I think.
Yeah. Naby Keita, personally, I feel he hasn't had a good time at Liverpool.
Mm.
If you look at his career back in Germany, he was playing way better than. Was it in Germany or Austria? I confused the two teams, the Leipzig teams.
Yeah,
We have Salzburg and Leipzig. I can't remember which one he came from because both teams are owned by Red Bull. But I think following his career, you could see that he's a midfielder who was coveted even by the top dogs like Bayern, Real, Barcelona, which shows you his qualities. Moving forward, we have, and it's a shame that they scheduled all these games at the same time. We have City versus Crystal Palace. That's obvious. But looking at the way Vieira has structured his team, it might be an interesting watch.
yeah, it might be entertaining, but the end of day, Man City will win.
Will win.
I don't think they lose.
Mm,
But you never know. Man City sometimes just sleeps. I think there's something about Man City that sometimes they can. I think when you think that they are up there, they just sleep on a game, and you find out like, oh, they lost. Like
mm,
it's very weird how Man City is sometimes. They might
mm.
go on like 10 game run where you think these guys are unbeatable. Then as just a
Yeah.
random team just
Mm,
outplays them.
yeah.
Then it's like, what's
Crazy.
going on?
True.
But
And yeah, I think uh, Palace will be very, very disciplined against Man City. Looking at the way they've played their last two matches under the new coach, I think they'll provide some competition to them. I think Vieira is starting to have his ways followed by the team. So at the end of the day, Pep has a huge chance of winning, but I think City might be shocked with that draw. They might be shocked with that draw because I don't know what happens to this. With all due respect, mid-table teams, they ikifika ni wakati wa kucheza na the big teams, they usually come up with something. You might find that Crystal Palace against, let's say, Manu, Arsenal, Liverpool, City, they'll really work hard. But when they meet a team like Norwich or Aston Villa, they are beaten like 4-5 nil. Yeah. So for me, I think I have a feeling that it might end up in a slight win to City or a draw. Um, and then we'll have Newcastle Chelsea. This is one fixture I usually don't like missing. Newcastle versus Chelsea has always been an entertaining match. You remember um, that curve by Dembaba? You remember? Was it Dembaba or Papi Cisse?
Bar, it
It
was
was
bar. I
Cisse.
think it was
It was
bar. It
Bar.
was this way,
Yeah.
bar.
It
I
was
can't
Cisse.
remember. He was like from on the left side, then he just
Yeah.
yeah, I remember. That's a
Yeah.
long time
Yeah.
ago. I remember that goal. I think it was which season? That's a long time. I think
It's
even
a long
Fergie was
time.
in that chest.
Yeah, yeah, and it was Mourinho's second season back at
Yeah.
Chelsea. It's a fixture that's very interesting to watch because Newcastle somehow usually shock us when they play against Chelsea.
But
Um,
Newcastle is not that Newcastle.
it's not that Newcastle.
This
Yeah,
doesn't have the manpower to do that. I think this
yeah,
Newcastle is
mm,
maybe Maxima can do something.
yeah,
They have Wilson also is a good
mm,
striker.
hmm.
Who else they have up front? I think. Who else does Newcastle have up? It's
They
usually
have is it
no. They have that guy,
Jolinton,
the guy who played really well at
Almiron.
Almiron. Yeah, they have
Yeah,
Almiron,
yeah.
but I
They
don't think
have
he's an attack.
Jolinton, I think, is there.
Oh yeah, Jolinton. Yeah,
Mm, mm.
but I don't think.
Newcastle mi naona right now with the fact that they have an interim manager, um, things are a bit hazy, a bit there are a lot of things going on in the background. and I know the fans, the players are not happy with the decision that the club took with Steve Bruce. It might not go well for them in this game. I think Newcastle might lose this game, and considering Chelsea beat Norwich heavily last weekend, they might also want to continue opening that gap, because at the moment I can see Chelsea are at the top, and they want to keep that lead. Remember the 2012 2013 season when Man City won with no, it was 2011-2012 season when Man City won with goal difference. So I think so I think if you look at that table, Chelsea have a goal difference of 20, Liverpool have a goal difference of 21. So wanaweza taka kusema let's beat these guys with let's say 4-5 goals. Yeah, so I think for me, a Chelsea win, and I predict a 4-0 win to Chelsea.
Yeah,
What's your prediction?
I also think Chelsea will win. Newcastle, I think they'll be lucky if they survive. Maybe January, the new owners will do something. But if they don't do something in January, I'm afraid that Newcastle are one of the teams that might just go down. I hope they don't, because I actually have a friend who is a Newcastle fan actually, but that was a long time ago. I think of all the teams, Newcastle is the team where you can find a few guys. I think they'll be, when they start performing well, they'll start coming out of the woodwork. Let me say ex-Arsenal
kama Liverpool fans. Wale watu wali the guys that came out from the sleeping abyss or
30 years. Hibernated of 30 years.
Yeah, they were hibernating just like the way Dracula or a vampire hibernates, Liverpool fans.
Now there are so many Liverpool fans everywhere.
There are so many Liverpool fans, but in the late 90s and early 2000s,
there were none.
You could count the number of Liverpool fans in one hand na utamaliza vidole. So I also think, funny enough, in Kenya, we have guys who not only they don't follow big clubs. Like I have a friend who's a serious Watford fan. Even when Watford plays in the championship, he follows them. He watches all their matches. I find it weird because we are used to when you're speaking to a Kenyan, you are like, he's an Arsenal fan. Even a City fan. It's weird nowadays to hear that we have City fans. I think our mafano wa City wa Kenya ni wale wali give up na team kama Arsenal.
Most actually, I assure you, like 50% of Chelsea fans are Arsenal fans. The other 25% of the Chelsea fans who, when Chelsea started to dip, they jumped ship again. So like the 50% went to Chelsea. Then a small part of the Chelsea fans now Man City. So all the fans of Chelsea and Man City are Arsenal fans.
Arsenal fans. Yeah. And there are a few Man U fans who I know right now wameanza kuchukua route ya Liverpool fans. They've gone back to hibernation. Hibernation. Walikuwa wameenda nasema walikuwa wameenda hibernation time ya Moyes na Van Gaal, wakatoka time ya Mourinho. Sasa hii wameanza kurudi hibernation. Yeah, in fact I have a friend of mine who sells jerseys. Anasema jerseys za Man U zimekuwa na very low sales of late. Yeah, so Glenn, karibu sana Glenn. Anasema Evra the Tycoon zimenyanya ama mbona umevaa spectacles?
No comment Glenn. Thanks for always tuning in.
Muulize hiyo ni nini anasip. Angalia kala ya glasi yangu. Na uangalie kala ya glasi yake.
Ni filters.
Okay. Anasema Mr. Simoninski, time mzoe na hizo zake, but wewe zi. Sasa mimi zi nini? Yako majuu, mimi niko hapa. Masera, karibu sana. Masera anasema Evra, lose those glasses, unakaa mse blind.
Hao ni hater tu. Masera ni hater. Yeah. Miss Masera misko time zone. Hata unajua kwenye niko. Amwambia relax Masera. We're in different time.
Evra
Right
yuko
now,
Kenya.
Yeah, I'm in the sun actually. It's sunny outside.
Yeah. So thanks guys for watching. Now let's move on to the big one. Manchester United, Tottenham versus Manchester United. We had briefly mentioned about it. Both managers under pressure, not performing well. Nuno is understandable. Yeah, anaweza patiwa a bit of time because he's just new to the job. But we have Ole who came in, and in his press conference tonight, he says that Manchester United need to focus on football, not listen to what is being said in the media. And remember that if Manchester United lose this match, they'll have had 1 point out of how many matches?
1 million.
Let me have a look at Manchester United stats. So Manchester United
4 games. We haven't won in 4 games, I think.
Yes. So in the last how many matches? 1, 2, 3.
Last 5 we've won 1.
4, 5. We've won no.
In the last 5 games.
The last 5 games we've had 1 point.
1 point? No, in the league.
No, yeah, we've won 1. Sorry, we've won 1 against West Ham.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was a very lucky win against West Ham. So you look at that, and then you look at Tottenham's stats. They've lost
1, 2 in the last 5.
Yes. So these are teams which are having a somewhat of a flip-flop season. Steve, what are your predictions for this match?
Even before we go to the predictions, I just wanted to ask you, Simon, who do you think, since I guess this is a do or die game for Ole Gunnar, okay, let's assume that if he loses this, he loses the job. Who do you think he'll trust with the squad, his first 11?
Honestly, I think at the moment, for the short term, Manchester United will go for Conte because he's the only top-rated coach.
Sorry, I'm not asking the coach. I'm asking the team that Ole Gunnar will trust for. Let's say this is his last game. If he loses, he gets sacked. So I just wanted to just expound. What do you think his team will look like? Who will he pick in his first 11?
I think he will have Maguire and Varane in defense because I saw Varane train this week. In goal, he will have Big David. The fullbacks, the usual one, Shaw and Wan Bissaka. Why am I forgetting his name? And then in midfield, he will just go with McFred. I don't see him changing McFred. I think he will feel embarrassed bringing in the likes of Donny. The only change he might make, he might play Matic. I think that's the only difference he can make in midfield. He will either play Fred and Matic or McTominay and Matic. But I think Matic will play this game. And then he will play Bruno. Ole will rather lose his finger than bench Bruno.
Last season, I saw he was even playing some Carabao games that were not even necessary. I think he will
last season. Is it last season or the last 2 seasons? He has played 63 matches, 64 matches.
I think we overplay that guy. Maybe he might be fatigued at the moment. I think if I think we can trust somebody like Van de Beek.
Yeah.
Or somebody. I think it's time we try and just
I don't think he will play
for a while.
I don't think he will play Van de Beek because he wants to prove a point with Van de Beek because he does not like the player. He does not like the player. He
Then
doesn't
sell
like
him.
the player.
Why did he
Yeah.
sell him during the summer? That's very weird. Because Ole Gunnar said, actually, I think, did he say, or he was quoted somewhere saying that Van de Beek is in his plans. That's why they didn't sell him.
Yeah, it's Van der Beek is in his plans because he's saying that to protect the club, the Glazers, because uh, the a lot of trusted sources and journalists have come out and said that Van der Beek was not an Ole Gunnar signing. It was a Manchester United signing. And part of the reason why Van der Beek was purchased was to be a replacement for Pogba if and when he leaves, which the club has come out to say that they have given up negotiating a contract with Pogba. So I think they'll persuade Van der Beek to stick, but he might go out on loan in January and still convince him to stay for one more season. Now, going back to my formation, I think
Yes.
he will play Sancho on the right, Rashford on the left, and of course stick with Ronaldo. The only changes he will make from the team that played against Liverpool will be Varane coming in for Lindelof, Matic coming in for either Fred or McTominay, and Sancho coming in for Greenwood. I think those are the only three changes he will make.
And I'm assuming if you are Ole, that would be the same team you choose, or you choose a different team.
Personally, I would choose a different team. Personally, I will not play Fred and McTominay in that team this coming game.
Who would you
Personally,
play? And
I would play Matic as the deep lying player, and then I would go for um, Van der Beek as the second midfielder, and then I would start with Lingard instead of Bruno Fernandes,
Mm. I also
and
think
then
if you'd ask me, I also think he'll choose the same squad. Maybe he'll
mhm,
just change the run. I think he's the only one. But for me, if I would choose, I
mhm,
think I know people will say I'm crazy, but I'd bench Maguire
mhm,
just for the reasons that he's waste. I think he's been poor like consistently for like 4 5 games.
mm,
So I think I'd bench him. If Varane is back, I
mhm,
think I'd bench Maguire.
mm.
Put in Lindelof and Varane. Actually, I don't think they played together this season. Maybe it
Mm.
might be something that would work. I'm not sure. Uh, what else would I change?
No, I think Varane and Lindelof have played together. When Varane got
Play
injured,
together.
he was playing with Lindelof
Which game was
because
that?
Maguire was injured. I think it was the Champions League game against Villarreal, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I'd do that. I'd just bench Maguire for that reason that he's been down, and we need fresh eyes, fresh legs in that central
But
defense because he's not
once,
been able to arrange. Yes.
but once again, now let me give you a different body part. Ole Gunnar would rather lose his eye than bench Maguire. There are players I can guarantee you Ole Gunnar will never
Okay, I know,
bench. He will
I
never
know it's hard because he's the captain, but
not even the captain. Ole Gunnar has that favoritism with him. He has favorites within the team. If Bruno is there, he will play Bruno. If Maguire is there, he will play Maguire. If Rashford is in the team, he will always play Rashford. If McFred are available, he will stick with McFred. Anyway, now moving forward, Glenn anauliza, is Brendan Rodgers the best for Manchester United? The speculations out
out here.
here says if Ole is out, he comes in.
Uh, Brendan, would Brendan really leave a team mid-season?
No, I don't think so. But
I
he
don't.
might.
I
He
think
might.
he's loved. I think he's loved.
He,
It's hard. There's a, I
it's
think
hard,
he'll just
but
say,
he might. He
I
might.
doubt.
Let me tell you
Unless,
why he might. Look at this. You have a team playing in the Champions League. Look at the squad. And then Manchester United come and tell him, hey, how much are you earning at Leicester? 10 million a season? They slap 20 million a season to his face. Do you think he will refuse?
I think coaches have that. arrogant. There's some arrogance in coaches that players.
Mm,
Okay, a player might just go, but I
mhm,
think there's some kind of arrogance with coaches.
mhm,
I think they'd want to see it through maybe through the season.
yeah.
So he might just nab us. We're not
Mhm,
actually in the best place. We might have the best
mhm,
players or the best everything, but he
mm,
needs so much. He doesn't want to start something half baked. Then it doesn't work. Then he needs to
yeah.
again to look for a job end of season because maybe we still finished eighth or ninth, so he'll be sacked.
Yeah.
So it's weird. It's a weird situation for a coach actually to come, especially if he has another project running. I
Mm,
think coaches who are in other teams, especially big teams or teams which
yeah.
are competitive teams, it's a
Mm,
bit hard for them to transition to a new team, especially in the same league. If maybe
yeah.
Brendan was in Scotland or Spain, or that would be easier. But
Mm,
from Leicester to Manchester, it would be a big betrayal also to the Leicester fans because I think
true.
they've supported him throughout.
Yeah.
He's well loved in Leicester.
Yeah, and
So
remember, he's the second coach to deliver a trophy um, while they're in the Premier League. Um, Personally, I don't think now answering Glenn, Brendan will is a good prospect for Manchester United, but I don't see him coming in as you said this season. I think what Manchester United are doing, they are telling Ole, um, we are giving you a chance to prove that you can do it. But I think behind closed doors, the board is like, we are giving this guy time to continue running the club as we look for a replacement. That's what I think is going on. So if Manchester United are to pull the plug on Ole, it will not be uh, right now, probably in December, or they'll wait until the end of the season and have the top four in view. So they'll struggle to get top four just to get to the Champions League, and then now they can bring in a coach. Masera anasema nimesikia rumors Conte amedai if he comes to United he is ready to work with only 9 players currently at United. To answer that, I think we have what we call PR teams. PR teams churn stories to the media. They say a Conte is ready to come. Conte won't work with these players. Because what is happening is also remember the agents of the footballers are also working to get their players out of a sinking ship. So what they do, they start putting in names and saying that this if this coach comes in, he won't be able to work with this player, so that other clubs can think that this player is available for transfer. And also it puts pressure on the club to sell the player. So for example, I've seen an article written that um, a very weird one, is it Crystal Palace or which team is willing to bid 40 million for Anthony Martial? If you look at Anthony Martial, he's not playing in the team. So it's his agent trying to churn out stories that this player needs to play or he's getting out of the club. So as much as Conte is coming in, I don't think he can come in, and you all know how Manchester United operate. He can come in and sack a whole lot of players. I don't think that would happen. Yeah. Steve, huko ama umeniacha peke yangu? You look like you've frozen.
am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Calling Poland.
Nah, no worries.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So let's go to the score predictions. What do you see? Tottenham versus Manchester United.
We lose 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah.
I don't think Manchester United is going to lose this game. I think Manchester United will win this game. The players will
Why?
also
Why would you think we win?
because the players also have their prides to take care of. Remember, Monday, Tuesday, it was Ole. But recently it has come out that the players are the ones that need to step up. So I think the players will give it their all just to prove that it is not them that have a problem. And if they perform poorly, then it will be very clear that the players don't want the coach at the club. Okay, now looking at other leagues, tonight we have PSG versus Lille, and that's a very, very big match, and it will be played at 10 p.m. Kenyan time. What are your predictions?
PSG win.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you want the scores?
Yeah, if you can give me the scores, why not?
I'm not sure. I just think maybe PSG will win. I'm not sure. Maybe
Uh,
2-0 or 3-0. I don't. I'm not sure there because I haven't been following the league, so I don't know
mhm.
how good Lille is. I know how good PSG is, but I don't know how good Lille is. So
Lille,
I
Lille, Lille have won the last two matches. That is in the League Cup and in the league. So in the league, they last beat PSG 1-0, and in the League Cup they beat PSG 1-0. Looking at the standings, uh, we have PSG at number 1 and Lille at number 10. Um, my prediction is I think Lille will win. Will lose, and they will lose 2-0. And I think tonight Messi is going to score. The goat
yeah,
is going to score tonight. Yeah. There's something you're forgetting. It's not only Manchester United who are beaten 5-0. Bayern also lost 5-0 to.
Bayern was actually. I saw a few of the goals there. That team, I think, it's actually a good team. They're
Mhm.
well coached. When the goals
Mm,
were so meticulously planned and executed, it wasn't
mhm.
like a fluke. It
Mm,
was like
mm,
something that they had worked on during the training. So yeah, that's
mhm.
another coach you can look at. I think
Yeah, yeah.
it was
There is one. There is one
what's
goal.
the name of that club? It has a very long and hard name.
Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Yeah, whatever. Borussia M. Yeah,
Borussia M. I watched one of the goals. I think it was the third or fourth goal. It was a one touch, two touch move. One
yeah.
touch, two
One
touch
touch.
move. And then all the defenders were pulled to one side. The guy had a clear lines, a
Yeah,
clear
yeah,
goal
like
to score at. So it's attractive football, and people usually say that, and I know I'll get a lot of stick for this. People usually say that Premier League is the best league in the world, but it's certainly not the most entertaining. I mean, if you watch the Spanish La Liga, you watch the Bundesliga, there's some very good football, nice football being played there. It was shocking to see Bayern lose 5-0. At least walisaidia Manu kufunika aibu kidogo.
I doubt. The stick that I've been having all throughout this week,
Mm, mm.
Bayern didn't help so much, honestly.
Yeah. Um, Glenn anasema we shall lose deliberately for Ole to go. We need to change. I don't think so. I don't think the players
Do you think
can
the players are
afford
still playing for the
to
coach? I
give.
doubt. I don't think the players are playing for the coach. If any case, if we win, we'll win because
Mm,
the players decided to win that game, not because
yes.
they were
Yeah.
like tactically
Mm,
directed to win the game. I think they'll
yeah.
just win because they are superstars and they don't want to lose against Tottenham.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, they'll keep Ole again for another few months. Then he'll
Mm,
then dip again, then rise again. I think Ole is like
mm,
a seesaw. He's up, he's down, he's up.
mm,
Our season
mm,
is usually that way.
yeah.
That's why we were usually happy half of the season and sad half of the season.
Yeah.
It's a weird situation that we usually have as a
Mm,
Manchester fans because
yeah.
we cry and we laugh at the same and we have joy at the same season, which is very funny. I
Yeah.
don't know, but I hope we win.
Yeah.
I'm a Manchester fan. I wouldn't want us to lose, regardless of who's the coach or who is or what is
Mm,
happening.
yeah.
Yeah, and I hope Ole also gets sacked because I love my team. I love Manchester United more than the
Mm.
coach. People say that I
I,
don't love people. Actually, people say when I say I hate our coach, it doesn't mean I hate
mm,
the club.
mm-mm,
It means that
mm-mm,
it actually means that I love the club. That's
mm,
I want the best for my club. So if I see somebody, a player or a coach is not good enough, yeah, I have to call it out. And I think the coach is not good enough. He's taken us to where he can reach us. He's our Moses, so he should leave
mm,
it. Who? Who after Moses who took
Aaron.
off? Yeah,
Aaron.
we need
Mm.
an Aaron now. I think
Mm.
Moses ametufikisha kwenye alikuwa atufikishe.
Hata tuingisha Kanan.
Canaan pia alikuwa atuingize. Yeye alikuwa tu atupitishe Red Sea, atutoe
Eh,
kwa mashida.
mm.
Lakini si Canaan ni Haron ndo anafaa tupeleke huko.
Yeah. Looking at the just keeping with the French league, who we have Saint Etienne playing against Mats. That is tomorrow. Olympique Lyon playing against RC Lens. Moving on to the Spanish La Liga, we have Elche playing against Real Madrid. We have Sevilla, Osasuna, Valencia, Villarreal. That's a very nice match to watch. And Villarreal, remember, are currently experiencing some good form. And then we have Barcelona under the new interim coach hosting Deportivo Alaves. I'm feeling a bit sad for Deportivo because I know Barcelona might want to prove a point against that team just to show that it was the coach that had a problem. In the Bundesliga, we'll have Bayern Munich playing against Union Berlin. And then we have Arminia Bielefeld versus Mainz, Leverkusen, Wolfsburg, Dortmund, Cologne, and then Freiburg versus Fourth, and then
Cologne is back in the top flight.
sorry,
Cologne is back. I
Cologne.
thought Cologne
Yes,
had been.
yes,
Hey, it's back. Okay.
yeah, it's back. And then we will
It's
have
been for a
Frankfurt.
while.
We have Frankfurt versus Leipzig. Thanks guys for tuning into the show. I think we should be calling it a night. Thank you for always being with us, the likes of Glenn, Masera, and other people who are watching in the background and never comment.
Kindly engage us.
Engage
Yeah.
us. Yeah, and make sure after every show you send you share, you send a link to your friend, you share. And we're also looking for contributors. So if you want to become a contributor to this show, we are looking for guys who are fans of other teams. Isikwetu ni mafano wa Man U peke yao ndio wanafanya hii show. We also want to have even ladies coming on and doing an analysis of the games. And as we said, we are going to increase the amount of content we are pushing to you. If you haven't watched our live stream yesterday analyzing the situation at Barcelona, make sure you jump onto it. Steve, anything from you?
Just to say thanks, a big thanks to the guys who regularly contribute. Glenn, Masera, Evans. We see you and we love that you engage us. We love that you watch our show. We love that you follow us. Especially Glenn. I think Glenn amekuwa one of our biggest fan. Itabidi when match zinatoka atuambia kwa wapi peleke some merchandise because he's been really, that's actually, I think he was the first contributor, if I'm not wrong. He's been consistent. Nimeona ni mse ako consistent sana, so a big thank you to Glenn and the rest. Kindly as you continue to engage us here, pia msisahau kuna YouTube yetu pia where we usually post this and other clips, not just the live. We'll try and push more content pia huko. We have a new TikTok, Saimo, I think. We
are on TikTok. We are on
Yes,
TikTok. We'll also be posting some short video banters there as well. And remember, in case you have some banter you want to post or you've posted on your own socials, remember to tag us and we shall highlight them. Yeah.
So thanks guys. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, and we can say it's a wrap. Bye bye guys. See you. Cheers.